Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Alrighty, traders. Welcome to another edition of Market Update Time. In today's session, we're going to be having a look at the current market right now. And we're going to be seeing what's really going on in these markets right now. And the question is this the end? Is this the end? What I mean by that is this the end of this move up? And the reason why I bring this topic up to you is because I see so many people still to this day trying to short this market, trying to short it. And it's just not the way to go about it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to short this market, you're trying to get involved with this market right now. A lot of people think that this is the end right now, meaning that this market has been going up for quite some time right now, and it's likely to turn around, and we're likely to see a lot more downside to come. So what we're looking at now is that's what we're going to be talking about in today's session. So before I do get started, guys, let me start off with the typical disclaimer. And that is, guys, do not place a trade based on what you see in this session today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets, and it does take you a long time to become a really good trader if you don't know what you're doing. That is, so be smart about your way of trading. And for crying out loud, don't be trying to pick tops and bottoms in the markets. Don't be saying, well, the market's at good support right now, so I'm going to buy it, or the market's at resistance right now, so I'm going to short it. It's not the way the market works. Okay, you got to get your head handed to you by doing that. Also, guys, a quick announcement. Guys, that if you guys haven't joined the Master Trader Lab, go to mastertraderlab.com. Also, in the next few months, I'm going to be doing a platinum event. Now, a platinum event is I only do one, maybe two per year. I don't do them that often. In fact, I did one last year, and that was it. So this may be the only one that I do this year. What the platinum event is essentially you come and live with me, right? So you come and live with me in a beautiful house on the water. It's a beautiful multi-million-dollar house on the water. You come and live with me for 4 days, and 4 days. And what happens is throughout those 4 days, I take care of all the food. I bring a private chef in, where a private chef takes care of all of our food. And throughout the day, I teach you everything about trading these markets, chart reading, mindset. I teach you my trading system, and I also trade live every single day in front of you as well too. The stock market, and then also look at the futures and forex market. I do that every single day as well too. Because it's a house, guys. It's not like a seminar room. It's a house. You actually come and live with me. I only can take 5 people and 5 people only. So if this sounds like something you want to attend, once again, you come and live with me in a multi-million. All you have to do is, if you're approved into this, you just fly out. You fly out, and then you basically come to the house, and I take care of everything else. So that's what this platinum event is all about. Once again, you come and live with me, right? So you're actually living with me for 4 days. I bring a private chef in to take care of all our food, and throughout the day, it's throughout the day, and then the morning. It's me teaching, and then trading, doing my scans, looking at the live market, looking for live trades, showing you how I do it, and all that sort of stuff. Now, as I said before, guys, I only did one of these last year. Over the next few months, I'm planning to do another one. I haven't got exact dates yet. Probably another 2 or 3 months from now, I'm going to be doing that. So if you would like to come to that, again, it's only for 5 people. If you want to come to that, just email me at howtrader@gmail.com. howtrader@gmail.com. Just put in the subject line platinum event, and then I'll schedule time to have a chat with you and see if you're a good fit for this platinum event. With that being said, guys, what I want to do is I want to now walk you through the actual stock market itself and share with you what's going on right now. Now, what's happening right now on the actual stock market is firstly, the Dow Jones is definitely hitting this area of resistance where we are right now. But I'm definitely not using that as a period to short this market. Okay, so I definitely want to be short in this market. So the momentum, as you guys have known, right? I've been saying now probably for about a month now that momentum's still to the upside, and there has been no reversal. Has been no reversal of momentum to the upside. And even the S&P 500, I was talking about the S&P 500, how we're that probably going to run back up towards the 2,800 level. And I was talking about this little down candle yesterday. So that's basically what's happening right now on the S&P. Is this the end? There's no showing of a momentum shift right now, guys. Okay, so please stop thinking you're smarter than the markets. For you guys that know what I'm doing right, know what I'm saying right now. I had one person who said, "I've been watching you jump for 2 years, and it's just." Yeah, and he's been short this market for the last couple of weeks, and it's just crazy because he's trying to pick a top and bottom and so on and so forth. So anyway, so that's basically what we're seeing through there, and also on the Nasdaq as well too. Nasdaq has been doing its thing as well too. All right, so probably a nice little trend line, but momentum is still massively to the upside. There hasn't been any momentum shift to the upside. Now, yes, this has surprised me of how long this has been and how big it's been. But what we're looking at here is, there is a lot of areas of resistance through here. But man, I definitely, once again, I would definitely want to be fighting this market right now. Momentum is definitely still on the upside. I've got a couple of periods of slowing of momentum, but definitely not a momentum shift in the markets. So right now, is this the end? And once again, I'm seeing so many people say this is the end, this is the top, this is a bull trap or bear trap or whatever you want to call it. And that's basically what's happening right now. And that's just not the case. That's just not the case in the markets right now, guys. So please don't be fighting this market. If you're trying to short this market right now, you're saying I'm smarter than the markets. And the markets have no idea, and I'm smarter than the markets. So you definitely don't want to be doing that. Always go with what the market is telling you, not what you think, hope, or fear. And the thing is that I was saying before that talking to one of my guys yesterday, or talking to actually on an email, he said he'd been following me for 2 years, and he's been short this market for the last couple of weeks. And I sat there thinking, if you've been watching me for the last couple of years, but you know, it's unfortunate, guys. And I understand, right? Like I've been there so many times. Like my mentor spent so many years telling me stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, and I'll go do the complete opposite. It wasn't until I had so much pain behind what I was doing that it just wasn't worth the wait. It just wasn't what I was focused on. So, the thing is, guys, is that you're not smarter than the markets. You really are not smarter than the markets. And the thing is that the market's always telling you what's going on. And please don't be looking at the fundamentals. Say, okay, this is what the fundamentals are saying, so this is what's definitely going to happen. We never know what's going to happen. That's why the charts are always there to keep us on par and to obviously make sure we're staying with what the market is telling us. So that's basically what. Oh, the birds are going crazy today. And so looking at now is silver and gold. Silver and gold have been continuing up quite. Gold has been continuing up quite nicely. Got a nice little bounce off this level through here. Let's go to the GLD price. So you can see here with the GLD price, we've got a nice little bounce. Let me bring up, where's that volume? Bam, there we go. Okay, cool. All right, so we got a nice little rise out of this today. I would prefer to see a break above that 120, but if we can get back above that 120, then that 128 to 130 level is definitely an area for me that I'm definitely going to be focusing on. Well, where I think it's going to run to. Keyword think. It's not a trading setup for me, by the way, guys. So this GLD price here, even if it does break out, there's no trade for me. All right. So see what I just said there? Please, guys, there's a difference between reading the charts and having a trading setup. Reading the charts is just reading what's happening right now and trading the market. And people are like, that doesn't make sense. If you're reading the market, you're reading the market to trade it. Yeah, you can read the market for what it's telling you right now, but you should be only trading based on a trading plan, not based on what you think is going to happen. The SIL is starting to break out as well too, just slightly, but not a big update, and the GDX as well too. So not a lot of volume behind it. We are starting to get a bit of a breakout out of these bull flags through here. But again, nothing real strong, not yet anyway, nothing really, really strong yet. But if we do start to get a breakout, then the GDX could start to see quite a nice move back up towards these 24.50 to 25 level in the markets there. So guys, please, the thing is that if you're looking at the stock market as what you're trading here, remember what I'm doing right now is I'm just analyzing the indices. Okay, I'm just analyzing the indices. And just because the indices are doing something doesn't mean that every single stock is going to be doing that one thing. You know, and they say like, how goes Apple, how goes the stock market, or how goes Amazon, or how goes the stock market, and all this sort of stuff, right? Which is just simply not true. Right? Because if you look at if for example, if I bring up the NASDAQ right now, you can see this here. But then if I click on Amazon, right, Amazon looks completely different. There is a different type of setup on Amazon. Now, once again, on Amazon, I still do believe, by looking at Amazon, I still do believe that if we start to get a drop below that this level through here, then we're likely to have a drop back down through here. So Amazon, and you know, same with Google as well too. The whole point here is like, look at Google. Google and Amazon have had down days where NASDAQ's had an up day. So what I'm trying to say there is that just because the indices may be doing something, that doesn't mean the individual stocks are doing that. Okay. It's actually, there's so many variables in that. You could have a really big down day on the stock market, and I guarantee you there's a whole bunch of stocks that had a really big up day. Meaning the Dow Jones goes up quite a fair bit, then the individual stocks. So don't be thinking, well, the Dow Jones is looking really weak and we're likely to go through a crash, so I'm going to go start to short these stocks. That's not the way to do it. So a lot of people say, a lot of people look at it like that, right? They like, for example, with natural gas. Natural gas, they say, well, it's going to be heating season soon, so I'm going to buy natural gas stocks. You know, I've done that so many times. I made that mistake so many times, guys, by doing that. You know what I mean? Like, really, it's just like, you know, it's like for example, people that are trying Tesla. People that have been trying to short Tesla for the last couple of years have been getting unstuck right now. Really have been getting unstuck right now. So it's so important, guys, that you determine. Now, firstly, the answer to the question, is this the end? Is this the end of this bull move? Well, right now, momentum hasn't shifted. So momentum is still to the upside. And I actually see this continuing right now, especially the S&P, probably back up towards this 28 level through here. So that's what I'm seeing there right now on basically the indices. So no, this is not the end of, you know, and we're not, and there's no sign of this completely reversing. If you guys have been watching my sessions for the last few weeks or more, you know that I've been saying momentum hasn't changed yet. So let's not fight it, because I promise you guys, there's two ways you can trade these markets. There's two ways you can trade these markets. One, you can fight the markets, and if the market's going up, you can try and short it. Or if it's going down, you're going to try and find a bottom and try go long. Or you can just go with it. Think about this as a river, right? A stream in the markets. If the stream, call it momentum. If the momentum in that stream is flowing down, and you can see there's a nice rip, there's a nice current flowing down on that river, then why would you want to jump in that river and try to swim up it when the momentum is going down? Makes sense, right? It's like, yeah. So wouldn't it, and then another example is that if the stream is, if the river, there's a current moving up the stream, so going north as an example, why would you want to try and jump in that stream and try to swim south? You're only going to, it's like surfing, right? Or it's like the beach. When you get caught in the current, you have to, it's like you're not going to win. So by looking at the markets and by trading the markets like that, you're always going to be left really, really exhausted and really, really tired. You think, damn, I can never get this right. And what you do is I read an email recently from a guy, and he said that I shorted the market when the market dropped, and I made a lot of money, and then I bought call options and I made a little bit of money. And I'm sitting there thinking, you're still doing the exact same thing you've been doing for quite some time right now, ever since you started. Is you're getting in because you're still I'm gonna buy some put options. If the market goes down, well, I got that right. And if you bought call options, the market started going up, well, I got that right. Can you see how well you're just getting because, oh, well, it looks like a good idea right now? Guys, please. And I know I'm going to get some Yahoo comments on saying, "Oh, John, you talk a lot about this sort of stuff." This is where it all lies for you guys. If you are going to want to be in this market long term, then the most successful traders have one thing in common: is they don't trade based on what the market looks like it's going to do. They say, "Okay, this is what the market is doing. I have my trading set up, and then I just wait for that trading setup." And the more you can come back to that, the more you're going to have much more consistent results. Because like this guy that I got an email from, he shorted the market. He got it quote unquote right. The market dropped. He made a lot of money. He then bought call options, and then he wrote it up, and then he made some good money as well. And then he's been trying to short the market now. And now guess what? Because now his ego's in place, there is no trading plan, blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. Now guess what's happening with that? Now he's actually, every single bit of gain that he had is now actually lost. And what's the one thing in common amongst these all trading? There is no trading plan. He's just getting in because he thinks it's a good idea. And then guess what? When you get into something because you think it's a good idea and you make really good money, you think, I got this. And then suddenly you go do it again. You're like, oh man, I've got this. And I got this. I understand the markets, blah, 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 and all this sort of stuff. And you start to become very, very egotistic. And then the market will slap you real hard because you start to double up. And like, I've got this. Look at this. I'm short in the market. It drops down. Then I'm buying call options, rally up. I've got this. I know exactly when the turning point is going to happen. And then bam. So you don't ever want to be, you don't fight the stream. How successful, think about the market as a stream, as I said before. Call it trend analysis, right? Where's the trend? Where's momentum in the markets? And how successful traders, what they do is successful traders, they sit on the sidelines and they watch the river, right? Okay, they say, okay, where's the river going? Okay, the river's going north right now. Okay, cool. Now I'm just looking for a perfect time to jump into this river so the momentum can take me. Instead of me trying to fight the market, fight the momentum, I'm just looking for a right time to jump in and then let the market take me. So that's basically what you want to be doing, guys, when you are trading these markets. It's so important. And at the end of the day, if you ever do get into a trade and there's any doubt at all, then just get out. Right, then just get out. Like, don't be so, oh, well, I wish, I hope, because you guys know, right, the longer you be involved with these markets, the longer you have to listen to that intuition. And then there's that voice saying, you know what? Maybe it's the time I just get out of these things instead of hoping it's going to turn around or something like that. And I'm telling you right now, trading is about that, right? Trading is really like that. It's really listening to that intuition, that smaller voice inside of us saying, you know what? I really need to get out of this thing right now. I'm creating a whole bunch of story. I'm sitting here hoping and praying. If you ever get very, very nervous about being in a trade, you're in the wrong trade. And you hoping it's going to turn around, it's just never, ever a good idea. So yeah. So let me actually answer some questions, guys. Let me answer some questions in this here. And what I will do. What I will do is, all right, cool. So let me answer some questions now, guys, and I'll help you guys out through there. Once again, guys, if you are interested in coming to my Platinum event, where you come and live with me in a multi-million-dollar house on the water, I bring a food. Once again, you come and live with me. It's actually in a house, so it's only 5 people only. And then 4 straight days, I'm teaching, and also trading the stock market, and also trading the Forex and futures market in front of you, showing exactly how I look at the markets, how I scan the markets, how I'm looking at all that sort of stuff. You see that live in the spot every single day. If that's interest of you, I don't have exact dates yet, but probably over the next 2 to 3 months, I'm going to be running one. Last year I only did one of these things, one of these ones. The year before that, I didn't do any of them. So this may be the only one that I do this year. So if you're interested in that, guys, then just email me at howtrader@gmail.com and I will help you out. Today's market's so powerful. I wouldn't say so powerful. It's only one update. Hey, John, JNG broke out a bit. Also, UWT with oil. Yeah, it could be breaking out right now, Jesse. But what also is there is a massive area of resistance through there that it may have problems actually breaking through. So, and you also said UWT with oil. UWT with oil. I wouldn't say that's broken out. I definitely want to be like, if you look at this market, right? Like, look at this sideways bars through here. I would definitely want to. Jesse, if you are long UWT right now, then you are gambling, my friend. You are gambling. Just like you did with your natural gas. You're trying to pick a bottom. And it sounds to me like just sounds like to me like you are long these stocks. Now you may be right, but there's still a very, very, very strong momentum on this downside through here. So we are getting a little bit of a pullback, but I definitely wouldn't want to be fighting this market. Had a big strong move down, and now we're just slowly going sideways. There is no momentum at all. What you want to do, guys, is when you're trading, I always look at the market as momentum. If there's no momentum in the market, it's just going sideways, don't get involved with that. What I do is I like to see when there's momentum. When is the momentum likely to start picking up, and then try to jump on that. To the contrary, can I get a platinum invite? Jesse, just email me, man, and then we'll have a chat. To the contrary, the market is showing no signs of reversal, like bullish like a rocket. Yeah. Well, it's been like that. Been like that for a while right now. And that's why we keep telling people that don't be trying to short this market. Just don't be trying to short it. Now, once again, guys, this did surprise me of how much we've been rising, but you know what? That's what the stock market does. The stock market will do exactly the opposite of what you really think it's going to do every single time. And that's why when I do my analysis, I use my analysis. When I'm trading, I'm waiting for my trading setup. Completely different things. 289, there will be momentum fueled overshoot to 280.50. Could be, Bernard. We'll just have to wait and see. Whilst towards the cliff, I've been watching you for the past 2 months, and I am starting to understand. Yes, the one problem I see with this rally is it was not as sharp as the downtrend. That's right, Jesse. That's right. But the fact of the matter is that just because it's not as sharp as the downtrend doesn't mean that this can't continue. And as you've been seeing me now, Jesse, say for so many weeks now, and probably for the last month now, don't be trying to fight this market because momentum hasn't shifted yet. You know you've been watching me and you've seen that. Is FB forming a bull flag or is it just weak? Don't be touching FB right now. That thing's all over the place. Don't be touching Facebook. There's big gaps everywhere and all that sort of stuff. Don't be touching it. And no, it's not a bull flag. It's just a massive gap, ugly stock. Stay away from it. Strange market today seems like just a few big cap stocks move the whole market. Exactly. Like if I look at, say, the S&P 500, the S&P 500 really only had a handful of stocks that out of the whole S&P 500, a handful of stocks that really had quite decent moves in the markets. Everything else didn't. It closed through. Hi, what up? I'm put loaded IWM and QQQ trade doc. Really? You're put loaded. Okay. I should buy call options then. Yo, John, thanks for no problem. I guess market have to suck all the bulls like it trapped all the bears in December. Well, it's not really sucking in. Don't think about the market as sucking in. Just think about the market as momentum. Momentum's still to the upside, and it hasn't changed yet. And until the momentum changes, then you're just gambling. So it's not really the market sucking anyone else in. It's just basically doing what it's doing right now. So if you're trying to short this market right now is gambling. Trying to buy this market right now is gambling. It's just not really. I really need to build a trading system. Exactly right, Mark Miller. Exactly right. That's your foundation to the markets. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed today's session. What I mean by the rally is weaker, so the sellers technically are in control, but I do understand not to fight the market, and that what trend is still up. Yeah, exactly. Don't be fighting the market. Don't fight the market. Don't fight the market. You'll always lose. All right, guys. Once again, guys, if you'd like to come to my platinum event, what's that? Thank you. And now buy loads of lemons, and my skin is so much better. Thanks. Oh, no problem, Richard. No problem. The thing about before Richard, the thing about that is that it's nothing special. The thing is that firstly, most people don't drink enough water. And secondly, if you drink water with lemon, I do that every single morning. This morning I did, 1 whole lemon, 2 scoops of green powder, stuff like that. The thing is, Richard, is that it's an alkalizing effect, which cleans up your body, which makes you so much more healthier. So yeah. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Once again, if you'd like to come to my platinum event where you're going to live with me for 4 days, then email me at howtrader@gmail.com. I haven't got dates exactly set right now, but I'm going to see how many people. I haven't even emailed my list about it, but just let me know. I'll then sort out some dates, and then we go from there. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot.